Well,
Nothing really specific to talk about. Just talking with him about how he did with the his own competition. What's it like being connected so well to his deity that he can pull summons?
Well, that's not actually the connection to my deity. That's a connection to the, would you call it the Soul Spring Kelb? Is that what it's called? In the positive energy? I don't remember what it's called. Soul Forge?
Soul
I
something.
don't remember. Soul something. I'll just say it's called the Soul Spring for now. It might not be that, but I'll just call it that.
Sounds good to me.
Right. No, that's actually, I'd assume my connection to the Soul Spring. See, cause most summoners summon one of these guys. And they're typically ones that have been around for a little while, and you're just kind of summoning an avatar. So, like, Aethys here really isn't here. This is an avatar of her, a kind of projection of her, if you will. And the thing that's unique with me is these are some newer ones. And I guess when I was really young, I just made a connection to a bunch of them. It inhibited my ability to actually really get into summoning like other summoners, being able to just snap your fingers and make, say, demonic spiders or celestial owls just appear. I don't really have that ability, but instead I got a whole bunch of these guys, and they're all my friends. Although when I was younger, everyone thought I was just that weird kid with a bunch of imaginary friends until, you know, one day an imaginary friend became not imaginary, and then they realized, oh, he's a summoner.
That sounds actually pretty brilliant. I bet that was a scare for a lot of individuals.
No, I was taken immediately to one of the churches to begin training.
Power of Christ compels
Well,
you.
The house.
Anyway, although they do take form on kind of the... based on almost my experience, they're learning through me to take their own form. So, Aethys here, pretty much all I've ever seen had been holy knights, so that's why she's more or less the form of a celestial knight.
See. Well, that's pretty amazing then. Mine, it's more of an appreciation for life after death, as well as an appreciation for both sides of the coin. I believe necromancies, and all of them, they're in the wrong. However, I believe there is a particular right way to handle the after.
I suppose. You do have to play it careful, though. In case you
Indeed.
rip souls outside of the realm that they go into.
That's why it's it's a borrowed, more of a contractual obligation, and only for a temporary amount of time. At a time. Because you never want to pull and shift the balance permanently. A lot of necromancers will, at least from what I've heard, permanently summon. That's completely against the balance. And I can guarantee that even your gods and my gods will agree on that one. The dead are the dead, after all. And they need to be shown respect. Unless, you know, it's one of our friends, in which case, we need to bring them back. By normal clerical means, I'm not saying we'll raise them. I wouldn't try to do that. That's, I wouldn't be able to stand it.
Kaz, you talk too much sometimes.
Well, my mind is kind of invigorated right now.
Yes, quite. That meal was interesting. Which, mind you, I want to go talk to the Enchanters Guild once we have time. Find out how they did that, enchanting spells into food. It's kind of like potions, but different.
I bet. Well, I wonder what would happen if you cooked the potion and meal. Would it retain its power?
Perhaps that's how they do it. I don't know. That would be something to find out from them.
Or experiment on our own. Kaz is definitely more of a individual when it comes to experimenting with spells. He kind of wants to find that out, but he'll figure that out later. Hi, Lamb. Oh, we're supposed to keep moving, by the way, Marcus.
Yeah, go ahead and move us.
Why am I going that way? We took a wrong turn. We ended up on Iguana Street. Other than that, what do you think of our friends? Sandeep and them. I personally wouldn't want to get on Sandeep's bad side. That sounds... You heard that, right? They took on a shark. By themselves.
I'm a they now.
You mean he?
Yeah. He, they. So it's the concept of things, it means the same thing.
Fair. I mean, yeah, they took down a shark. It's neat. It's a show of ability.
Do you think you could take on a shark? I couldn't even dream of something like that.
Perhaps if I had a summon that was more aquatic based, which isn't out of the ballpark. Ballpark isn't out of the realm of possibility.
It may be something to consider later. I mean, if we want to have Sandeep help Sandeep with any of their problems, it may behoove us in order to learn aquatics.
I'm not much of the fighter, if that's what you're suggesting. I summon. Aethys, pats you on the back. I'm the fighter there, dear.
Oh, I know that one. I was more referring to helping them with tasks that involve the sea. It may come down to it at some point. I mean, we could go on a coastal island adventure. You know, expand my business to other areas of the world when I start that off.
Kaz starts the Pacific Trading Company.
He's gonna have to catch up. Unan's sister has already begun that.
Well, it's always, you know, healthy competition and all that.
Or you can always talk to her and see about becoming under her
Oh, no,
blanket,
no.
I guess.
Oh my.
Cause doesn't... I work generally at the top of the food chain when it comes to my mercantile. I get the better half of my deals, per se, as you could put it. After all, a thrifty businessman never settles for second best. It's first, or why are you in the game to begin with?
Sure. By this point, we have reached the middle. What do we see, Kel?
Yep. I hope it's yellow.
Wait, why do you hope it's yellow?
It's Kaz's favorite color.
But he can't see color.
He can mentally visualize color.
Must love jaundice then.
He doesn't know what that is.
It's his favorite disease.
Wait, Kaz doesn't know or Tate doesn't know what jaundice is?
I know what jaundice is. Kaz doesn't. Jaundice doesn't exist, because by the time you get it, you're dead.
Yeah, jaundice is when that fellow John decides to diss you.
Well, let's hope nobody disses Terry. Anyway, in the main square, the same arena for the previous Magic and Melee competitions is still there. In the center are two empty wooden tables, and at one end is a mysterious-looking stone statue in the image of an old human wizard.
The image of.
Is our Kitsune friend the one in charge of this one again?
You do not see her around.
Are there people? Is there a lot of people here, or is it still getting set up?
It appears the test is still getting set up.
Unan just wants to talk to one of the people that's setting up and go, excuse me, is this going to be for the spellcrafting competition?
They look up from the work and go, yes.
Excellent. Do you know when that begins?
Well, it should have already began by now, but we're running a bit behind schedule, so an hour?
Do you need any help? Or would that be against regulations if I'm going to compete in it?
I don't think it would be against regulations, but we have plenty of help. It's just we did not get to start in time.
Fair enough. Well, I suppose I shall be back in an hour then. Just kind of mentally thinking about it, Kelb. Would it take more than an hour to go investigate the Enchanting Guild and then head back? Considering you said it was on the opposite corner, so roughly 70 units in a straight line.
It would take a bit longer than an hour based on the fact that we said the Blight Tree is about half an hour.
Okay. Well, in that case, Unan looks at Kaz and goes, "So what do we do now?"
Well, I guess we generally wait around until the competition, no? Maybe scope out our fellow competitors, see who might be excellent at competing.
Perhaps. Unan walks over towards the Sun Soul Wizards Guild. Is it open?
Well, as you walk up to it, some people come out of it.
As some people walk out of it, he goes, pardon. Do you work here? Your members here?
They ignore you and keep walking.
Must be in a rush. He goes towards the door. Is he able to go in?
Yes.
Okay. He goes inside and finds someone that looks like they are the mediator. And then once he sees one, just goes up to them and goes, "Hi there. Just a quick curiosity. Is this where one could, if wanting to, be able to purchase scrolls and or learning scrolls?"
The desk clerk goes, yeah, you can certainly buy the type of stuff here, but is there anything you're looking for in particular?
Oh, no. I just wanted to make sure to know, if I need to, where to go. One of those, be an intelligent shopper kind of deals. He gives her... Is it a guy or a girl? I think he said she, so yeah, her.
Both.
Gives her, like, that, like, I'm an intelligent shopper, wink, kind of bullshit. Like, just to be an intelligent shopper, wink. And then,
Or chopper that last time.
sorry. But yeah, anyway, though, and then goes, that was all, though. Just making sure.
Kaz is behind Unan, paying attention.
Out of curiosity, what are some of your lowest priced ones, and what are some of your higher priced ones?
For permanently learning the spells?
Yes. Well, both, for one-time usages and learning. No reason to come in here and turn out that I don't have enough gold for something, you know?
Well, for just normal magical scrolls, they cost anywhere from 12 gold to 4,000.
Okay.
As for learning the spell itself, that goes for a lot more than that. Minimum cost is about 1,000 gold, all the way up to about 50,000. No DC?
Still on Mumble, I think.
Game crashed.
Weird.
Fantastic. Well, that's everything I need to know. So, you have yourself a fantastic day. And proceeds to leave.
I was going to ask any questions, stay in the building, leave with him, what?
He's gonna leave with Unan. So, what was that? Who were they?
Well, that's the Sun Soul Wizards Guild. It's the guild for wizards. And I was just finding out if they are the ones that sell scrolls. So, if we need to buy any, turns out that there was something that we really need, then, to find out where to go. Maybe one of our friends really wants to speak with animals and they want to learn the spell.
Would love to speak with animals.
See, there you go.
They probably have an interesting conversations. I technically wouldn't, but that's more of a I would say a Carnum thing, maybe?
Wait, why Carnum?
He's just pulling a name out of a hat. It was either that or I was gonna say Sandeep. But they already picked Sandeep earlier.
I don't know if Carnum cares about talking to animals. Maybe, but
I would have
don't
had
know.
some if I had noticed it before character creation, but it's too late now.
I don't know, maybe he might want to talk to a bear or something. Or a deer.
I thought you were gonna say talk to a bat, and I was gonna be like, why? Because he's part vampire?
Actually,
Wow.
Actually, Marcus, the one that I would have taken was going to be bats, rats, and wolves.
I'm aware, but just to be mean to Kaz.
You're not allowed to. You're lawful good.
You'd still be mean.
You can still be mean. It's the personality that
I
You
know.
you could be lawful good and be a fucking asshole.
I know,
Anyway.
but also it's Unan, who is also a super nice guy.
Yeah. Then he wants to go check out the Tired Phantom since there's still some time, and go in there because he wants to price up what potions and whatnot would cost.
Kaz is essentially gonna
I'm
follow.
assuming the Tired Phantom being the alchemy shop is where you would get potions, yes?
It is one of the places, yes. There might be other alchemy shops in town.
Also, Budan, there is something I need to bring up.
Yeah.
You know that sweet shop that you bought those delicious treats from the other day?
Yeah.
I guess you're banned from there, and so am I.
Why?
We, despite spending a lot of money, destroyed their stock.
That doesn't mean you're banned.
I tell that to them.
It just means they don't have anything left to buy.
Well, if you
Kaz,
like, you'd
you-
be able to talk to them.
You do understand that once food runs out, it has to be reacquired, right? It doesn't just reappear.
This was more than just the food running out. They were generally super angry and they told me to go away because I was friends with you. I just wanted a treat.
Well, I'll keep that in mind.
I
Unan
don't know
thinks
if
to
there's a way
himself
you can
that
fix it.
Unan thinks to himself that Kaz just said something blatantly, obliviously stupid, and that's what's happened. But he's nice, so he doesn't say it out loud.
I'm suddenly able to think a lot clearer when it comes to memories of the past. I just remember that they told me to go away. Because I was friends with you.
I don't even remember. I don't think that's what they said, but I don't exactly remember what they said. So yeah, going into the Tired Phantom Co. Going up to the clerk. If there's a customer, obviously waiting for them to be done. But whenever they're free, Unan asks them, "Hello, I was curious. Do you sell potions here? I see it looks like you do, but I guess I'm asking, do you sell more than just life regeneration potions, ones that heal you? Do you sell ones that do other effects as well?"
Well, the fetchling behind the counter says, we actually don't even deal with those types of potions. We deal with the other types of potions, the ones you're actually asking about. So,
For the player, so he's saying he deals with health, or he deals with
non-health related potions.
non-health. Okay. Ah, all right. So.
Oh.
1 minute. If you had to guess, can you tell me a ballpark price around around your pricing, just in case I ever have to come back here and buy anything. I hate showing up someplace and not having enough money on me.
Is there anything in particular you're looking for?
Not necessarily, just ballpark pricing. I'm sure one of my friends would love a potion that makes them smarter or stronger. I mean, potentially myself as well, or I don't imagine you have any potions that affects... He kind of points at Aethys. Summoning.
Well, we might have some potions that affect summoning, but potions that you just talked about would be about 300 gold.
Fantastic. Well, that's all I really wanted. Oh! Do you know if you have potions that affects summons? And when I say summons, I don't just mean your simple run-of-the-mill summoning. I mean a summoner's unique summon. The ones that they can keep summoned for a prolonged period of time.
After a brief moment of thinking, yeah, there might be one that would for sure affect them. Not sure how useful it would be for you, though.
No, why do you say that?
You get in ranged combat a lot?
Do I, or do they?
Do they?
Currently no. She's more melee.
Alright, well, does she get shot by arrows a lot?
Can't say we've run into that situation yet, but you never know. By the way, Unan's been writing it in a book when he's been going places for notes. Like, this place, name, what they do, kind of how they look. Like whether or not the shop looks like it's good at selling.
Good? What does that even mean?
His secondary purpose, the thing that Unan does not say it out loud at all to Kaz, since Kaz wants to be a business rival with his sister, is he's also finding the places that look like they might need help in order to recruit them into his sister's business. So if they look like they're doing fine, it's a case of I might be able to buy stuff here, but this is not one to sales pitch to.
Well, considering the Tired Phantom is not only just an alchemy shop, but it's also an inn, the inside is pretty nice looking.
Right. That's kind of why I was just asking for prices here and not really moving into anything. Same with the Sun Soul Wizards. That's why he just wanted to know what was there. He already understood, they're doing fine. They're not really going to care about becoming any part of a small-time business thing that might become a nationwide business, but for now, or worldwide, or whatever, but for now, smaller. Mostly just positive energy plane and starting to branch out, so he has to go to the small guys.
Fair enough. The fetchling does give you an idea of the pricing on those particular potions in regards to arrows. The price ranging anywhere from 300 to 1,000 gold, depending on the potency of the potion.
That's a lot of gold. That's a lot of gold.
Fantastic. Thank you for your time. That's really all I needed to know. Just gotta make sure I know the best places to go and everything. Gives him a nice smile. Looks at Aethys and goes, well, let's head on out. Go check up on other places. And leaves. Is Kaz still following behind?
Yep. And for the record, just so it's not that he's not wants to be a business rival, because the business he's going to be going in is going to be very specific. He just is interested in some side projects as well.
She's trying to become Tate, the Walmart of this world.
I doubt she'll be selling necromantic services.
Maybe. If I find a necromancer that's in hard times and wants to wants to have a parent company that controls them. Well, not necessarily controls, but that they answer to.
That's how you end up with the mafia mentality.
Yeah, Unan's a little too innocent to understand what's going on with his sister Tate. All he knows is she wants to expand a business. He doesn't realize that maybe that might make her really powerful. Anyway, I guess we probably killed enough time at this point to only make one more stop, which is going to be the, whatever it was called. Red Blossom Sweets.
Well, as you guys have left the Tired Phantom, the people that came out of the Sun Soul Wizards Guild that you ran into that ignored you are casting magic within the arena, finalizing any and all details.
Illegal practitioner of magic, quick, get him.
So that's why they ignored. They're busy setting up. Unan looks at Kaz. See? I told you. They're just busy.
Ah,
Well, it looks like
That
this
makes
should
sense,
probably
then.
be our last stop, and then we have to get over to the competition.
Yeah, and as you walk by the arena, you can tell that the group is using some very high-level spells to manipulate the terrain.
Are they making the... Whoops. Are they making the rock climbing out of the actual ground?
Well, one of them seems to be focused on the stone statue. The other two are focused on reinforcing a magical barrier around the arena.
Gotcha. Alright. Well, noticing that, making mental check of it, eventually we go over, and how does Red Blossom Sweets look?
Empty and abandoned.
Is any... Oh, empty and abandoned?
Yes.
Is the stall completely empty?
Yes.
So
Time
just
to buy stall, boys.
self-knowledge wise, are the stalls set up here a city thing? Like the city sets up the stalls during the competition and all, and the shop itself doesn't actually own the stall setup?
Well, if you want to learn that, you'll have to go to the town hall. Or ask someone else.
Unan really wouldn't care too much, but okay. Unan looks at Kaz and goes, see? He probably told you to go away because we bought everything, or mostly everything, and they didn't have anything left, and they were just leaving.
no, I have an excellent recollection of memory. I know what I heard. I would like to make it right with them. I tried, but they threatened to get the guards.
What did you do, Kaz?
I was just interested in buying more sweets, but they said because of your friend, since you're friends with them, they're out of business.
That's not what they said, by the way.
This is what Kaz remembers.
I think Tate's memory is faulty here, Tate.
No, this is what Kaz remembers. I know what happened.
That doesn't really add up to me there, Kaz. I think you might need to rethink about that. Think of it your way. Say you're a businessman, right? And you don't really own a shop.
I
you're
know,
just...
that's what I tried to bring it up to him too. I tried to say, well, they bought all this money, that means you can increase your stock, which means more customers, because, you know, rave reviews will happen, because their sweets were delicious, but...
Ah, I see what's
that's when
going
they
on
threatened
here.
the guards.
See, here's the problem, Kaz. People don't like to be told no, or corrected, or if they're already annoyed, for you to keep pressing. So he was probably just getting annoyed with you. See, he probably said that your friend bought up all of our stock, and that meant they didn't have anything left to sell, and then you kept pressing it, and then he got annoyed.
I don't know. I think it was a little more than that. Yeah, I know it was exactly that, but...
Unan just pats him on the back and goes, I think you're just not remembering it well. It's okay. Let's go to the competition and get ready.
I'm just worried about them is all. They had such delicious treats, and I wanted a treat.
Cause with how much money I gave them, they'll be fine.
So good.
Where was the competition? What side? This side? Yeah. Alright.
That was weird, Marcus.
So, I guess with that then, it's just gonna be waiting until the competition starts for us.
Alright, well, I'm gonna jump over to Taurus, who is by the Druids Guild. If it means anything, no, I thought it was that building too, and then like, wait, the text is popping up.
As they approach, does it seem there's a crowd gathered, or people heading inside?
There does not seem to be many people here.
I'm gonna head up and see if they'll let me in then.
You are able to enter.
Is there a greeter at the door?
Yes, it is the same small squirrel at the doorway on a pedestal as before.
Ah, is the geography test taking place soon?
In which the squirrel responds, yes, but seems like we actually have a bit of a lack of interest this year. So feel free to take a seat at the desk. We're giving people a bit of time to show up if they so desire.
Okay.
Yeah, Squirrel seems obviously bummed out, by the way, on the lack of people showing up.
Is he the only one that showed up?
As far as take a look around.
Yes. I also mentioned it kind of goes in cycles every now and then of what's more popular to the people.
Well, the Squirrel responds with, well, I certainly hope you're right. And when Taurus takes a look around, he can see that there are 4 other people in the building.
Mm-hmm. I'll head over towards a few of them and take a seat.
They aren't really sitting next to each other, they're kind of spread apart.
Fine, then I'll find my own spot away from everybody.
Alright, well, you find your own desk, and also having looked around, you notice that the plants from the plant test, whatever the fuck that was called again off the top of my head, I don't remember.
Knowledge nature.
Fair enough. The plants are still there. However, above them on the walls are now also maps. The maps are not labeled with any names or anything.
So it looks like we're gonna have to base where the plant is from, or what the map shows. This will be interesting. Besides that, I'm probably gonna be waiting for anyone else to show up or instructions.
Well, you wait about 10 more minutes. Maybe 12. And only 2 more people show up. So there is a total of 7, including Taurus. And you can hear someone speak up, just like before, that you are unable to see them. But good day, everyone. Welcome to the Druids Guild. We normally don't allow outsiders in here, but we always allow an exception during the festivities. Today is a test of geography, and surrounding you all on the edge of the room is a bunch of plants and unlabeled maps. You are free to get up and move around the room, just as before if you were here for yesterday's test. If you need to, as your job is to place approximately where you could find the plants on the map. Feel free to take a map off the wall for your own personal use, as none will be passed out. There should be more than plenty, considering there is only 7 of you this time around. On top of that, you are to label as many locations on the map, as well as any races or other details that you know of for that area.
Okay then.
So, I expect this test to take you most of the day, or at least most of the half day, anyway. So, I think 6 to 8 hours. So you all can begin now, and the voice seems to disappear, just like before, and the few contestants that are here begin standing up and going towards the walls with the plants and maps.
I'll be doing the same, getting started on this long journey.
I hope you are used to spawning dice, by the way, because I am going to be expecting 30 knowledge geography rolls.
Got it. Okay, might have spawned them too fast. Might have sent a few over the edge. There we go.
Yay, buttons are getting used. Well, while Noah rolls so many knowledge geography rolls, let's pop on over to Carnum and Sandeep, who just finished going down the ladder into the Crimson Widowmakers. which is the name of the
Damn
guild if
window
you
makers.
just the name of the guild if it wasn't made apparent before. At the bottom of the ladder, Steeper Red actually meets up with you, Carnum.
Oh, alright. How are you holding up today?
Is Carnum,
Better.
is Carnum still eating from the head cannon of Marcus?
No, you probably would have finished that around here before you even got to the 10 square.
Well, I mean, the hatch is open, so we just go in.
You guys have already entered.
Yeah, we already went down the ladder.
Okay, I didn't hear that.
And on that topic, Lamb, were you actually asking Steeperad or were you asking Sandeep?
Yes? I mean, it was just more of a general question than aimed at anyone in particular.
You said 30, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So many knowledge checks.
I mean, to be fair, it's because of the size of the world. I don't want to say, Noah, roll for each and every single area that is owned by arrays, because it's like 56 of them or some shit. And then roll for each fucking town that could be on the map that you may be aware of. And then roll again for the... No, it's probably around 100 rolls, so I'm gonna just kind of cut that down in a third. Oh, and Noah, to make it easier on you, just give me the total for all 30 rolls.
Okay.
Wow, could have just used a Discord bot.
Good up. What did Carnum ask again, by the way?
Basically, it was kind of like a, oh, how are you?
Yeah, then Sandeep was immediately answering that. Did Jared actually want to continue with it, answering that, or?
Are we just in the entryway, or are we in the gathering area for the competition?
Have you ever played Skyrim, Jared?
Yes.
Have you ever gone to the Thieves Guild in Skyrim?
I think so, but it's been a while.
Well, when you go down to the Thieves Guild in Skyrim, you essentially get on this landing platform, which is essentially where you are, and it just kind of opens up to the main Thieves Guild room, and it's essentially how this is set up. So yes, you are both at the ladder spot, as well as the gathering place for the competition.
Doesn't it kind of look like an underground docks?
Say again?
Like it would be the docks where the swimming competition was, but underground. Looks kind of like an underground
No?
coastal platform. Maybe I'm thinking of a different Thieves Guild.
Yeah. It was basically like it was a landmass with a ring of water.
No, that's kind of what I was thinking of, but it's less docks and more underground Venice.
Well, I mean, it's not like water channels or anything. It's just like a
I
singular
think that's
ring
the
of
Dark
water.
Brotherhood,
Yeah.
Jared, that you're
It's
thinking
kind of like an underground cavern is the Dark Brotherhood. The Thieves
Yeah.
Guild is sewers.
Oh wait, Jared, are you talking about the very, very, very entrance? The before you actually get in the guild, the bar that you go into?
No, I'm thinking of when I searched Skyrim Thieves Guild, it's the very first image that showed up.
So yeah, it might be the Ragged Flagon. I think that was the name.
Yeah, that's the bar, Jared. That's not exactly the Thieves Guild entrance. That's the Thieves Guild. That's like the shady bar that is the Thieves Guild, but they're hiding it that they're not the Thieves Guild by being a bar.
In the sewers.
Right, the bar's at a shady place, but
Right.
no, that's the regular plugin.
Yeah, Jared, if you go down right between your thing and Teats.
This was the image that came up.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's the regular plugin.
Yep.
Yeah, that leads to the entrance.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
No, that's the right area.
I don't know if I'd consider it the Thieves Guild though.
No, that's the Thieves Guild main chamber.
Yeah, unless you call it. Skyrim's Thieves Guild is a lot more secretive than Kelb's. I'm pretty sure if you went there and went, the Thieves Guild, they'd probably kill you. You're not
The only
supposed to
difference
announce
is,
it.
that was basically the image. That picture was what was in my head, except for there was more wood.
Well, the picture that Jared
Magic
sent
Wow.
isn't the pub, though. That's the Ragged Flagon Cistern, which is the actual Thieves Guild. They have all the beds for the members.
I didn't actually look to see the one that you
that
sent.
picture. Gotcha. Yeah. I typed in Thieves Guild. Skyrim, like Jared said on Google Images.
Skyrim Thieves Guild, that image was the first one that popped up for me.
Wasn't the first one that popped up for me. It was actually the proper fucking bar.
Region searches.
Still don't know if I would consider that to be a dock-like area, but
In my mind, there was more wood than stone, so in my mind it was more dock-like than sewer-like.
fair enough.
Yeah, I guess I can kind of see that.
Well, it's also not like we've been playing Skyrim for like 2,000 hours. Like yesterday or something.
Sure.
But anyway, that's kind of what it's like in there.
Less water features, but yeah, essentially.
Okay. Is it kind of crowded already, or not many people yet?
There's about 14 other people. Though Steve Barrett answers your question, Cardum, about stuff and things going on today. And also notices that Sandeep is with you. And he asks Sandeep, so, you here to join the Thieves Guild or to participate?
More or less participate. Just need to work on my senses.
See. And Cardum, did you show where we were?
No, actually, I just kind of bumped into him outside. I don't know who did.
Taurus, oh no.
I have said nothing in response to these questions.
I was wondering if you were going to say anything or not. Oh.
You could really impress Steve Rat, and just be like, no, actually, Steve Rat, I followed you here. You showed me the way.
I might be able to conceal the truth, but I don't think my bluff is high enough for that.
Would you like to try?
No.
I don't know, you might get a laugh out of him. You might have if this wasn't a prolonged conversation.
If it means anything, the sense motive bonus to Steve Rat is not as high.
That's his obscene stealth.
In fact, based on what I just rolled, you might be able to beat him.
Jared, go for it.
I will just say, I got here. That's really all that matters, isn't it? I might as well make a roll just to see what the outcome would be.
Ooh, ballsy.
Yeah, no, Steve Rat's sense motive bonus is only a 6 compared to his stealth, which is a 29.
He has the same sense motive as me. 20 mod.
Oh, Steve Rat chuckles and goes, very true. I guess it doesn't matter who really showed you here. Who rolled a 15, by the way.
I rolled a 16 and get a +4 for charisma.
He rolled a 15 with the additional 6 already in it. If it gives any idea of how low I rolled.
I mean, if I really wanted to interact, my two highest skills are swim and intimidate.
Killed a shark, what did you do?
I became a shark.
I stole the shark.
I jumped the shark, wait.
I raised one and I taught it everything I knew, had it raise a family, and had that family go off and kill all of my enemies.
And then murdered its parents in front of it.
And then I killed its parents in front of it. I had
That'd
to
be
make
more
sure I
likely if I
remembered
killed
who's boss.
if my catch was a pregnant shark. It's like, you killed the shark for the catch, and you have a baby shark.
Well, you said pregnant, Jared. So that
Well,
makes me
I mean,
think...
I mean
makes
later
me think-
pregnancy.
Okay. Because that was just making me think. You're just like, awesome, I got that much experience for the shark. And how much for the baby shark?
Baby shark, dee 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 dee, baby shark.
Anybody have any idea what the fuck Tate was just going on about?
No.
I just kind of tuned him out, honestly.
It's a stupid kid show song that Walmart has adopted as the official Shark Week song, but it's stuck around for longer than Shark Week, and it's a fucking nightmare because it won't leave your head.
The answer to how much XP a baby shark, by the way, would be worth is 0.
D&D doesn't encourage killing babies.
No, it just wouldn't have been born based on what was discussed, so there would be no actual combat with it.
But it does sometimes encourage stealing them.
You gain no combat experience, but you did gain mental experience, also known as scarring. Congratulations. Roll to see if your character has nightmares. He does not, you sick fuck.
Anywho, should we get back to the perception test?
I thought this was the perception test.
No, that was an ethics
Wait, doesn't
test.
Jared win that? He found the thing.
No.
Because I found it too.
He also found
And
it
so did-
first.
And so did everyone else who's here. And I found it legit! Actually, I think Boris found it legit. But...
Wait, found what legit?
Thieves Guild.
That was just us searching for dumb luck.
So, Cardum, having been here multiple times, you have noticed that one of the doors has been changed up to be a steel door, and it is now padlocked.
I'll just leave that alone for now.
Hmm.
I might ask about that later, but I figure he's got more important things to deal with.
Well, Super Rat goes on to say then, well, you guys ready for the perception test? I believe you two might have been the last ones we were waiting for.
Yeah, I thought this was, or I thought the climbing competition was going to be going on in the square. I didn't realize this one was going to be going for it first.
Have they still not put the times of the competitions on the pamphlet?
Nope.
Yeah, let's see. Well, hopefully they do that at some point in the future.
Fingers crossed.
Side note, they won't.
Of course not.
You guys come back here in a year, and we go through the events again. It won't be the same.
It's a telltale game. The choices don't really matter.
Wow.
Just like them.
Wow. That one's just cold.
But I said it in an upbeat way. Yeah. But, I mean, that obviously makes everything better, right?
Sometimes.
Are they dogs?
I mean, they could be.
Telltale will remember that, but they won't do anything about it.
Telltale won't remember that. They're dead now. Too soon?
Well, they're not dead yet. They still have some of their teams in.
True, like 20 people.
But for the perception test, by the way, Steve Wright leaves you and goes up to his speaking podium box thing, whatever the fuck he was on before, because I don't remember all the time.
Platform thingy.
Yeah, top of my head. And announces to everyone, welcome to the Thieves Guild. And for the perception test. Today's event is going to be similar to the one yesterday, but instead of thieving from people, we are going to be spotting weird random objects located throughout the town.
We're fucking looking for Sasquatch. Let's do this.
Noah might have a better idea what I was referring to with that.
Korea.
Yeah.
God damn it. You fucking nerds.
Says the one playing D&D.
And the one who's playing Necrodancer before this.
That's a space nerd. Thank you very much.
Fucking nerds. Besides, I don't play D&D for the lore. I play it for the fucking power gaming. God.
What are you, Noah?
Hey.
Guys, I know how to get like 87 different languages.
Linguistics, everything.
I wanted to make that my guy's shtick, so yeah, I did.
He's power gaming the languages.
The most useful of combat abilities.
Speak to everyone.
Exactly. If I can tell them don't attack and they don't attack, we win.
Then we attack first.
And then you have a ridiculously high diplomacy. And then you have charm, just in case.
Well, Steve Rad then goes on to say, you guys will have half the day to locate up to,
Up to?
With 15 cards that Lamb failed to steal from. 14.
Wait, cards? Is this Resident Evil?